So instead of getting an in-person San Diego Comic-Con, it looks like we're getting an online version instead called Comic-Con at Home. What's gonna happen? Details are scarce, but here's what I'd like to see happen. Hey everyone, Bloodmoon Bobby here. So yes, there's going to be something called Comic-Con at Home instead of having an in-person San Diego Comic-Con. What's going to take place? Details are still kind of scarce, I'm sure. Or the organizers are going to announce more details within the near future. If you go to Comic-Con's YouTube channel and Twitter page, you'll see that there is a video, a rather cheesy video at that, explaining like some things and kind of making fun of themselves. I mean, the video, it says this, quote, "Coming soon, free parking, comfy chairs, personalized snacks, no lines, pets welcome, badges for all, and a front row seat to Comic-Con at Home." I think much of the details are still to be announced, even down to when exactly Comic-Con at Home is going to take place. I know Deadline suspects that it'll probably take place on the day that San Diego Comic-Con was supposed to take place on July 23rd, but that's still yet to be confirmed. The organizers have announced that San Diego Comic-Con 2021 will take place on July 22nd to the 25th of 2021. So the next time people will get to go to this convention in person will be in July of next year. Even though details are scarce, I wanted to use this video as a way of letting you know that San Diego Comic-Con is saying, hey, we're coming out with our own online solution, as well as a way of expressing what I would personally like to see come out of Comic-Con at Home. So while details are really scarce, I'm using this video more so as a way to speculate, as well as to give some ideas as far as what I would like to see come out of Comic-Con at Home. I know that Engadget said maybe we'll get to see things like panels and trailers. It's just that we'll be doing it from the comfort of our couches, which I think that would all honestly be really awesome. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, talking about some convention cancellations. But so if maybe they could do a thing like where Disney Channel, HBO Max, both cable channels, streaming services, and movie studios like Warner Brothers and Universal, maybe they could do a thing where they have live panels of their shows and movies, maybe put up on sites like YouTube and perhaps Twitch, where they have the cast and crew of shows. Like if for Disney Channel, I would like to see maybe Amphibia and Owl House do a thing where they have a live panel with their cast and crew. It'll probably have to be done from the comfort of their homes, kind of like a Zoom call perhaps, and where they talk about some of the behind the scenes details and maybe make some new announcements and talk more about the characters and the ideas behind their shows and movies. And maybe they could do a thing where they go into like a YouTube live chat where they talk to fans of their shows and movies. And that's one of the nice things, that because and this isn't me saying I want to see San Diego Comic-Con become an online only event for the rest of all time. I would personally like to go. It's just that it's a really difficult convention to access. But the nice thing about this is that because it could potentially be more accessible to people who wouldn't be able to go to San Diego Comic-Con, it would be nice for a lot of people to get the chance to interact with their favorite creators and actors and be able to ask them questions about, what is your favorite episode and what inspires you. I think that would be really awesome to see. So I think that would be really awesome if they were able to get at the cast and crew of shows and movies like Amphibia, Owl House, and J.D. Cantell's upcoming HBO Max series close enough. Maybe the cast and crew behind those three shows could do some sort of live panel in that way. As far as trailers go, it might be I think it's going to be a similar experience to, I think, a lot of people who aren't usually able to go to Comic-Con, where they just watch the trailers put up around Comic-Con time. A couple examples I could think of is like when Kingsman: The Golden Circle came out and Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One. They released trailers around the time of the Comic-Cons of those years, or in the case of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, when Disney released clips from the Silver Bell Ball episode, or that clip from season 4 where they showed Star, Marco, and River going into this tower to find Star's mother. In that aspect, I think that's probably going to be a really similar experience for people like me who usually aren't able to go to these conventions. Although definitely one potentially sad thing about this is one of the reasons I really enjoy going to conventions is being able to meet cosplayers and potentially make new friends and going up to these amazing people and saying, hey, I think you did a really good job on your cosplays. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see cosplayers in person. Maybe something that could happen is instead of going to San Diego Comic Con to meet cosplayers in person. Maybe we'll see a thing where cosplayers post pictures of their costumes and saying this is what I originally planned to wear at San Diego Comic Con, but since that convention's not happening anymore, this is what I wanted to show you. So maybe we could get something like that. I don't know. If you're a cosplayer yourself, let me know down below in the comments. Another minus of Comic-Con not being able to be in person is that we won't be able to meet up in person, which I understand we won't be able to just really do anything, in person and face-to-face due to safety and to stop the spread of the coronavirus. So maybe instead of in-person meetups, maybe we'll see a thing where, maybe fan meetups will take place through video chat services like Zoom, for instance. I was specifically thinking, in the Star vs. the Force of Evil fan community, one of the things that usually happens around the time of Comic-Con is a boba meetup that happens, which doesn't seem like it's going to be happening this year. Maybe we'll see a thing from Star vs. the Force of Evil actor Adam MacArthur. And I've met Adam a couple times, so I'm just saying, Adam, maybe you could do a boba meetup through Zoom or some kind of meetup. And it's like we'll see Adam come with his cup of boba and say, hey, I'm doing a Zoom chat if you want to join in. And I don't know, maybe we'll see something like that. If Adam watches this video, hey, you could take my ideas. Again, this video, I'm mainly going off of my personal speculation as well as what I would like to personally see with Comic-Con at home. I mean, honestly, for me, this is kind of more of a wish list video of what I would like to see come out of Comic-Con at home. But I know that it seems like San Diego Comic-Con is going in the direction I think a lot of other conventions have, or a lot of other announcements have, where instead of going to these in-person events, we're getting digital alternatives. Like, I read in Entertainment Weekly that South by Southwest and Tribeca are also coming up with their own online events, and Jeff Keighley is coming out with his own gaming event called the Summer Game Fest, where there will be game announcements that take place over the course of a couple summer months. The situation during the coronavirus is when you can't meet in person, online communication is how we meet up. So it's definitely nice to see that Comic-Con is going in this direction, and hopefully we will see these kind of things. Again, details about what's specifically going to happen during Comic-Con at home are really scarce at this point. Most of what we have to go off of is that cheesy video that San Diego Comic-Con put up. So hopefully the organizers will announce more details in the near future. I mean, even down to, is this going to take place when San Diego Comic-Con 2020 was supposed to take place? We'll have to wait for an announcement, but I'm still really curious to hear what's going to happen, and I am hoping that Comic-Con at home will be a case where we get to see trailers, or maybe live chats where we get to meet some really amazing cast and crew behind upcoming shows and movies. And I think this could also be a great way for studios to come out with new announcements during the time of the coronavirus, where instead of doing these in-person meetups, they could make announcements through videos on YouTube. So I think that could also be potentially a great way for them to get the word out there. And as far as where we're going to see a lot of these projects, I imagine especially really big budget movies are probably still going to be delayed until it becomes much safer to go see them, to when the coronavirus pandemic has subsided to a point where it becomes much safer. But in terms of other projects like movies that are going to streaming services or upcoming TV shows, they're probably going to be reserved for video on demand services or streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I know that HBO Max and Peacock are still coming out, and I wouldn't be surprised if HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Peacock, basically the streaming competitors, also have their own announcements reserved for this Comic-Con at home, or maybe even their own events. I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if some, because as we're not going to be able to have these in-person events, some studios may just go out on their own. So I don't know. So we'll have to see. There's frankly not a lot of details to go off of for a Comic-Con at home as of the making of this video. This is more of my personal wish list and my speculation. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you personally want to see come out of Comic-Con at home? Do you want to see things like trailers or live chats with your favorite actors and creators? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And until next time, this has been Bloodman Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos, and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.